Hey guys, my name is Kristin. I am majoring in secondary education for art. So something I have decided to teach you guys how to do today is we're going to be going through how to make shapes look three-dimensional. And I'm also going to be showing you guys something a little bit about the vanishing point slash 1 point perspective. If any of you know what that is, in the simplest of terms, if you look at a horizon line, say this is our horizon line. Your horizon line is your vanishing point, because it's the point where everything gets completely flat. So if we take our vanishing point with 1 point perspective, say we had, this is the point. If this is our 1 point of perspective, the way you would kind of draw that, say we wanted to make like some railroad tracks, you kind of get it to go gradually out, because the farther we are from something, the smaller it looks, obviously, so it's going to spread out as it comes towards us. And with that exact thing, with, say, if this is a railroad, with the railroad ties right here, they're going to get closer and closer together the further and further back you go. If I can make that look right, yeah, there we go. So, I guess sidewalk, railroad, whatever you decide that you kind of would want that to be, but we're going to take this little bit and we're going to hold on to that for later. So now if we kind of put that, I guess, in our back pocket and move on to maybe some shapes, we'll work primarily probably with, let's go with a square, and maybe just a circle, just a nice kind of gross looking circle. So with your square and with your circle, line work wise, turn your square into a cube. I'm sure everyone's done this before, learned how to do this before. You know, kind of the basics. You know, I feel like everybody at some point, kind of maybe in elementary school, learns how to do this. You draw two squares, connect the lines at the corners, you know, kind of boom, a line work kind of cube there. But say we wanted to make it solid. You kind of set it up that exact same way. We'll keep it kind of how it is. If you have an eraser, go ahead and erase these lines on the insides to kind of give it that solid shape kind of look. So there. So let's say we have a solid cube. Okay. So if we're just gonna shade this regularly, we're gonna start at the corners, and it's gonna be darkest at the corners. All right, it's gonna be darkest at the corners, and everything from there back is gonna get lighter. Okay, so same on top, everything's dark, and from there back, we're gonna get lighter. All right, you can kind of, you know, you can create more contrast if you kind of do it. See, that needs more contrast. But the front is gonna be, yeah, we'll just kind of fill it in like that. Say the light's hitting it from the front, or maybe even, let's say the light's coming from this way. If the light's coming from this way, then that would kind of stay dark. And that, this is still going to be, the edge is still going to continue to be our darkest point, but everything from there out is gonna be lighter, all right? So if you take that kind of into perspective, and then let's say we'll do a sphere. We'll do a little sphere. So you can start with your circle, and circles are very hard to draw evenly. So you can just kind of, you know, as you're shading it, make it more even as you will, because there really is no way to freehand a perfect circle. So if we kind of start with this rough kind of, it already kind of has like that kind of ball shape just with our line work that we have on the outsides here. If any of you know anything about kind of like line contouring, or line, like contouring is in shading, like line contouring with drawing, this could consider being the start of hatching. Hatching is when you just use line to shade instead of blending it like I've done here. It's used a lot more with pen than pencil, I'd say. So that's just something fun for you guys. We don't have to worry about that right now, but say we're working on this sphere right here. Say light's kind of coming in from this top point right here. If the light's coming in up top, we are going to shade our darkest points furthest away. Kind of try to get that as dark as we can get it with as much pressure as we can get out of this pencil. And then everything kind of after that is a very gradual, nice fade into your lights. So everything up here is going to be nice and light, and you know, just nice and light. Obviously at some point it kind of flattens out with the line. Here it's nice to, on the edges especially, it's good to kind of have that curve that gradually kind of flattens out towards the middle, and then as you kind of shift to the other side, you kind of follow that same shape. If you notice that maybe one of your sides isn't, you know, light enough, you can always just go back in, erase some of it. That's the beauty about art, is that you can always go back in and fix it. This may be a little darker. Yeah, so that's a nice kind of sphere, if you will. So let's go ahead and take what we did with our 1 point perspective right here. Let me sharpen my pencil real quick. All right. So if we take what we know about 1 point perspective right here with our vanishing point, and our point of perspective right here, we can know that, say that exact thing with the dot. Say we have the dot right here. Everything for the shape, for the face of the shape is going to stay the same. So if we had a square, how you might kind of do that, you take your square, and you draw it to the line. See? just like that. This can be good if you, hold on, we're gonna maybe put like some edges on this right now. But say you, the easiest example I can give is say you wanted to kind of draw maybe a city from bird's eye view for fun, I don't know, over this break while we have so much free time on our hands. So if you want to draw like a little city or something like that. Obviously, the bigger the face is, the taller the building is going to seem, as well as how far you let your lines go to your point. So if you compare them, this on the right is going to seem a lot bigger than this one on the left. And we can kind of see if we want to draw some windows, you know. It'll get closer, closer, and closer to the bottom as we get there. So yeah, that's just a little bit something about points of perspective. If we wanted to do the same thing, maybe not from a bird's eye view, but say from that horizon line that we were talking about, with shapes, it's the exact same thing. So say I had maybe kind of like a little, you can make this fun, you can make like a little, you know that outhouse in Shrek? You can make the outhouse in Shrek. But like that, we'll take the top of that and we'll go to the point like we did, and we'll take this and we'll go to the point and to the point, and then erase our lines here, and there you go. Kind of straighten that up a little bit. But yeah, say we had the house in Shrek. Did a little handle there, yeah. So say this is our one point. We take everything to the point. Say we had an outhouse. Say we had a road. Say we had bird's eye view. Same thing from this point, just like this. You're gonna take it and fade it out. And yeah, so there you have it, guys. I hope that helped. I don't know, any of you start to learn about some shapes, some basic kind of contours, but that's it. Thank you.